Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel Curiosities of the World, where we explore the facts and legends behind some of the most fascinating and terrifying characters of humanity. In today's episode, we will talk about vampires, these creatures that feed on blood and that are immortal, but that also fear the sunlight, garlic, and crosses. Where did these beings come from? Do they exist for real, or are they just a product of human imagination? Let's find out. Vampires are one of the most popular monsters of pop culture, appearing in books, movies, series, comics, and games. But did you know that the origin of vampires dates back to thousands of years ago, in various ancient civilizations? That's right, vampires are not a modern invention, but rather a myth that spread throughout the world over history. One of the first references to vampires comes from Mesopotamia, the region that today corresponds to Iraq, Syria, and parts of Turkey. There, the Sumerians, the Babylonians, and the Assyrians believed in demons that sucked the blood and the life force of people, especially at night. These demons were called Lilitu, Akimu, Atuku, and Alu, among other names. They were considered evil spirits that could possess or torment the living, causing diseases, nightmares, and death. Another ancient civilization that had legends about vampires was the Egyptian. The Egyptians revered blood as a source of life and power, and believed that some gods and goddesses fed on it. An example is Sekhmet, the goddess of war and healing, who had a lioness head and who was able to kill thousands of people with her fire breath. According to a myth, Sekhmet was sent by the god Ra to punish humanity for their rebellion, but she became so bloodthirsty that she almost exterminated the human race. To stop her, Ra mixed beer with blood and made her drink, making her fall asleep. In ancient Greece, there were also stories about beings that fed on human blood. One of them was the Empusa, a female demon that could change shape and that seduced men to devour them later. Another was the Lamia, a queen of Libya who became the lover of Zeus, but who was cursed by Hera, the jealous wife of the god. Hera killed the children of Lamia and turned her into a monster with a snake body and a woman's face, who began to take revenge by stealing and eating other people's children. In ancient Rome, vampires were called strix or striga, which means owl in Latin. They were winged creatures that could transform into birds or humans, and that attacked newborns and their mothers, sucking their blood or milk. To protect themselves from the strix, the Romans used amulets, curbs, and magical rituals. In medieval Europe, the legends about vampires mixed with the Christian beliefs and the fear of epidemics, such as the Black Plague. Many people associated vampires with the devil, witchcraft, and heresy, and accused them of spreading diseases and death. To identify and destroy vampires, the Europeans resorted to methods such as exhuming the corpses and checking if they showed signs of blood in the mouth, in the clothes, or in the coffin. If that happened, they believed that the dead was a vampire, and then they pierced him with a stake, beheaded him, burned him, or buried him upside down. One of the most famous cases of vampirism in Europe was that of Count Vlad III of Wallachia, better known as Vlad the Impaler. He was a prince who ruled the region that is now Romania in the 15th century, and who became famous for his cruelty against his enemies, the Ottoman Turks. He used to impale his prisoners on stakes and let them die slowly, while he watched and enjoyed the spectacle. Some reports say that he also drank the blood of his victims, which earned him the reputation of a vampire. Count Vlad was the inspiration for the most famous character of vampire literature, Count Dracula, created by the Irish writer Bram Stoker in 1897. The book Dracula tells the story of an aristocratic and seductive vampire who travels from Transylvania to England in search of new victims, and who is pursued by a group of hunters led by Professor Van Helsing. The book was a success and inaugurated a new literary genre, the Gothic horror, which influenced many other authors and works. As we have seen, vampires are beings that cross the history and culture of humanity, reflecting our fears, our desires, and our fantasies. They are at the same time attractive and repulsive, powerful and vulnerable, human and monstrous. They are, in short, a mirror of ourselves. And you, what do you think of vampires? Do you have any favorites? Would you like to be one of them? Leave your comment, your like, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. See you next time.